I tricked you, didn't you? Yeah. What's going on, guys? This is the Club of the Man 1993. I'm here live to briefly talk about what happened on this past week's episode of Monday Night Raw. The June 14th. No, I'm sorry. The June 14th, 2021 edition of Raw. Thunderdome, Yuengling Center, Tampa, Florida. Vince made a big error and caused me to not want to watch this show for ages, and I am just gonna freaking recap the show. Cause then, you spit on us. Anyone who gets the reference, you got it? Yeah, I literally just modified a Seinfeld episode pretty much there. But yeah, because I'd rather talk about that than this. I did not watch Raw this Monday. I did not. I ended up watching NXT TakeOver in your house on Monday, despite barely awake. And I just watched the top 10 highlight video. And the one only clip I actually watched, because I just wanted to see and hear, was the in-ring return of Eva Marie. Because I read the results of the show, the go-home show, for this Sunday's pay-per-view, Hell in a Cell. Does anybody even remember a pay-per-view is happening this Sunday? That's how pointless, how dead, how uninterested I am in this show. Especially Monday Night Raw. But I feel like a broken record, going around back and forth, repeating the same exact things over and over and over again. Same matches each week, same finishes, same results, boring shit, toilet humor, all that stuff out of the way. I could just end the show right here if I wanted to. Just kidding. I don't know when I'm ever going to give a damn about the show again. Even having Bobby Lashley and Rhea Ripley as your champions is not making me want to watch the show. Because they're dealing with the same crap. They're dealing with the same things over and 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 over again. Like I said with NXT TakeOver in your house, I can at least tell NXT is trying to make work what they gotta work. And it's not gonna work, but I can see that they're trying. Like, I don't feel like they're purposely trying to insult our audiences and try to, really just see how much worse something can get. Monday Night Raw is a whole different story. The writing makes no sense. There's no interesting storylines. There's no characters. There's nothing. Nothing makes me want to watch this show. I want to do other things, like play my Switch, play my Harry Potter games, watch some sitcoms. Of course, I'm just so busy, I still have not been able to pull the trigger and start my sitcom reviews, which I want to start them soon. Again, this is the only show for wrestling. Again, when I literally sat down the week after WrestleMania, when I was in a bind, feeling very burned out from wrestling, I'm like, what's the shows I really do appreciate? And fortunately, there was only one, and it was Monday Night Raw. And even with fans coming back, I don't know what I'm going to think. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if the show's going to get better, or going to get worse, or they're going to try to throw in piped-in noises, even though there's actual fans back. Who the hell knows? So, I don't know. I'm going to be real and say I may actually try to watch next Monday's show, because it's starting to build to Money in the Bank. I want to see who gets put into Money in the Bank. Again, I really have not focused my energy on Monday Night Raw. I haven't given a grade for Monday Night Raw, I think, since the Raw after WrestleMania. That's how much I hate this show. But of course, I have you guys. You want to hear what happens? I'm going to tell you what happens. So let's talk about the show. Again, the go-home show for Hell in a Cell. Is it really now? Doesn't feel like it. Because this Sunday's pay-per-view, I know, is skippable. And I'm sure a lot of you people would rather be spending the day with their fathers, such as me right here, than watching this waste of time. Hell in a Cell matches I don't even care about. Like, is there even one at least TakeOver in Your House had one or two matches that I was interested in. None of these matches interest me whatsoever. I haven't even sat down and started making the graphics yet for the preview and predictions, and I got to because I am going to be getting slammed with plans this weekend. I'm going to the Pirate game on Friday night. I'm going out with my girlfriends all day on Saturday. Sunday I have a softball game, and it's Father's Day. When am I going to have time really to even make graphics to do predictions for Hell in a Cell? So I don't know what's going to happen, because Hell in a Cell to me already is going to feel like a total waste of time. Yeah, let's check the live chat. Let's talk about this show briefly. Then my plan is I'm reviewing this show and NXT. In between, though, I have a turn alert from Raw. I got to do a slight bit of editing for a personal project of mine. Then take a shower. Then review NXT. Then do another turn alert. Then go to bed. Almost through this long-ass dragging week. And I mean dragging. It's been dragging for me. Drives me nuts. Anyway, let's check the live chat. We got a new person here, Joshua Michelle, saying hi several times. Hi, Joshua. Thank you for joining us. What's up, Mark? Raw is definitely boring. No grade. JR is mentioning some stuff from NXT. We will talk about NXT later, but thank you very much. Let me see here. Yeah, that's basically all we got right now. But again, we'll talk about NXT, of course, later on tonight. I will review NXT tonight. So yeah, let's just briefly talk about what happened on the show. The show opened up with, again, the main storyline of Monday Night Raw. Now, the biggest thing on Monday Night Raw right now is Lily. A doll. A stupid doll that made Shayna Baszler basically shit her pants last week. So, Alexa Bliss kicks off the show, noting that she only had good intentions for inviting Shayna Baszler to the playground last week. But Lily, however, did not, and now she's in time out, which, yeah, you doubt that's going to be the case. Nia Jax arrives and says Baszler will see Bliss at Hell in a Cell. So we're doing a match, just one-on-one, not inside the cell, thank God, but still, a one-on-one match with Alexa Bliss and Shayna Baszler. Do you really care? No, because they're using Shayna Baszler as a jobber to put over Alexa Bliss at Hell in a Cell. Amazing, right? Absolutely amazing. Bliss claims that her and Nia were never friends, and then Nia Jax challenges her to a match later on, and Alexa Bliss won by DQ because Reginald interfered, and then Alexa starts going, playing mind games with Reginald. Apparently not Alexa Bliss can just possess people now. Remember the problem I had with this gimmick when it first started? Was the fact that it just didn't look realistic to me. Yeah, it's back to the same thing here. And now, like I said, ever since they screwed over The Fiend at WrestleMania when he lost to Randy Orton, and they basically just used that to transfer the Fiend gimmick from Alexa Bliss onto Bray Wyatt, ever since then I've lost total interest in this. Because when you beat a feud to death, like you did, and they've beaten the gimmick to death so much, like they dragged out, took forever for the Fiend to return, just for him to get buried by Randy Orton and have the Fiend gimmick transferred onto Alexa Bliss because they don't like Bray Wyatt, but they like Alexa Bliss. And now look where we're at. We're having a doll run the show. And now Alexa Bliss can just play mind games by just going like this. And it's not even convincingly true at all whatsoever. So yeah, I'm already salty starting off with that, and I'm still salty about what they did to the Fiend. That's how we start off the show. We have a backstage segment where Charlotte claims that Rhea's not mature to be Raw Women's Champion. She needs her loss against Nikki Cross to basically, act like it never happened. But then Charlotte took on Nikki Cross and like an idiot lost by countout because she like stared down Rhea Ripley outside the ring for too long and she got counted out. So for how many weeks now, both your Raw Women's Champion and your challenger have both lost by countout multiple times to Nikki Cross and looking like absolute dumbasses. Later in the show, we had Rhea Ripley take on Asuka for the millionth time since it comes to the main roster. Yeah, remember when I actually wanted to see that match? Now I'm like, enough. Enough. We've seen the match how many times? Enough. But again, like I said, they released how many people recently. There's no depth in the roster. There's nobody else to challenge. So, expect repetitive matches for the longest ass time. So yeah, that happened there. Charlotte attacked Rhea. They each attacked Charlotte after the matches. When Charlotte came back and attacked Rhea after her match, she was wearing some big onesie. It was so freaking weird. We have that. Matt Riddle asked Jeff Hardy for advice about being a tag team, apparently. And then later on in the night, RK Bro defeats the New Day in a match, basically. And Jeff Hardy just said, take Randy Orton's advice because Orton's a veteran. He's been here for a long time. And again, this feels so out of place. Once again, it still feels like Randy Orton's being a heel and trying to get, Matt Riddle under his, play the mind games of Matt Riddle and have Matt Riddle get that more aggressive side out of him, which I keep wanting to see happening because I hate what they'll do with Matt Riddle for sure in his character, but, that's not, here or there anymore these days. Speaking of Jeff Hardy, he had two matches, because first he had a match against John Morrison and lost. Cedric Alexander was out there and apologized for not showing Jeff respect last week, but then basically calls him old, and that's all Cedric Alexander do. He can call people old, but then he's going to lose to them. Because Hardy basically put his career on the line in a match against Cedric Alexander, and he squashed Cedric Alexander. So, just like that, boom, 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 Cedric gets buried again. Cedric Alexander is buried yet again after they were making things right with him by having him be in the Hurt Business, but they had to break up the Hurt Business because Vince didn't like it. But guess what, Vince? We don't like you either and a bunch of other shit, but we still watch your show because there's things we do want to see. But yeah, that's a terrible way for me to follow up with that. But yeah, we have that happen. We had how many vignettes for Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre on this show? We even have MVP approaching the day backstage and again trying to basically bring Kofi Kingston to his side, which I'm sure is not going to work because I'm sure as hell sure they're not going to turn Kofi heel to join what's it called? Oh shit! To join MVP because you can't call him the Hurt Business anymore. What else do we have besides the only thing that, of course, involved in that also we had Drew McIntyre taking on AJ Styles, ended in DQ whenever Bobby Lashley got involved. So then the Viking Raiders came down to the ring and it turned into a 6-man tag team main event with Drew McIntyre and the Viking Raiders defeating Bobby Lashley, AJ Styles, and Omos because off a dumb distraction, Drew McIntyre claymores Lashley and McIntyre pins the champion. Oh my goodness, McIntyre might actually win. We know that McIntyre can beat Lashley. We know he can, but we all know also that McIntyre's not winning this predictable match on Sunday. He's not. That did nothing for me. Jackson Ryker defeated Elias by count out again, just like last week. Who cares? Is Jackson Ryker a babyface? I don't know, and again, I do not care. We also had a segment with Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke working out, and they were interrupted by Natalya and Tamina training. They get into an argument between them, basically, you guys don't have to do much to do this because of your look. Well, you guys don't have to do much because of your last names either, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, the only two women's tag teams, even though somehow Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler are still a team, which God knows why. Oh, that's right, because they need someone else to eat the pins for Nia Jax. Protect the hell out of Nia Jax, but make Shayna Baszler look like a loser. A freaking stooge. But yeah, that's the only teams we have that's going to feud for the women's tag titles. Natalya and Tamina versus Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke. Woo. And then the only talking point of this show was Eva Marie coming out to make her in-ring return against, of all people, Naomi. Naomi, of course, is going to be jobbing to Eva Marie. Oh, no, wait. Not Eva Marie. Because Eva Marie came out. And coming out with her was NXT UK, now former NXT UK superstar, although Vince doesn't want you to know she was a former NXT UK superstar, Piper Niven. But she's not Piper Niven. She's, who is she? Who is she? Who is she? Who is she? Stop playing bullshit. It's Piper Niven. Piper Niven should be known because, well, one, I know everyone does not watch NXT UK. I watch it, every so often. I'll watch all the shows I haven't seen. But Piper Niven not just was in there, Piper Niven's also known around the world as Viper. And Piper Niven also was in the Mae Young Classic, which was a big hit quite a while ago. So, you're not going to tell me you're bringing in Piper Niven, who, by the way, completely squashed Naomi, poor Naomi, but squashed Naomi, and Eva Marie, of course, takes credit for the win. Typical as you probably expect. Eva Marie doing something like a wardrobe malfunction or something else just to basically have her just a stupid storyline of obviously her wrestling ability is horrible, so instead of just being a manager, she is going to be, just having Piper Niven fight her battles for her. But wait! Obviously, since Piper Niven is just the mystery woman, who is she? Who is she? Piper Niven, from rumors I hear it, is getting a new name. And it could be Dowdrop. Like Doudrop. Don't you dare change Piper Niven's name. There's no reason to change Piper Niven's name. So if the long run is her be fighting Eva Marie's battles under some silly name, just like you gave to all the members of freaking Retribution, I'm already done with this Eva Marie return. And once again, they're bringing Piper Niven in as something completely different than she was in NXT UK. So there goes another NXT talent star to be completely revamped just for Vince's own entertainment. Again, they're going to change Piper's name. They're going to. When they call her Mystery, and even though she's been in NXT, oh my god, who's that? Oh my god, who's that? Oh my god, who's that? A name change is coming. It's coming. And that's all I gotta say about the show, guys. No grade. Next week, again, though, on Raw, I am gonna try to actually sit down and watch Raw to see how the build starts for Money in the Bank. A show that I'm actually interested in, because I do like Money in the Bank. And also because fans are supposed to be coming back for Money in the Bank. But again, will that cause things to change for Raw? I highly doubt it. But we'll wait and see. Live chat. JR just says, Delirious Mojo's medically cleared to hit that Walter takeover. I don't know what you're saying, man. I'm sorry. I really don't know what you're saying sometimes. But that's going to do it. I'm going to do a turn alert. Do the editing I need to do. Take a shower. Review NXT. And do another turn alert. Then go to bed. That's my plan for the rest of the night. And I take tomorrow just to relax. So guys, that's my thoughts on Raw this week. I don't care. I really don't care. Don't ask me when the next time is. I am going to care about the show because it may be a long time. So guys, once again, what's your thoughts? Leave thoughts down in the comments section below. Slap a like on the video. Subscribe for content on my channel. And follow me on Twitter at TheBandAir183. Catch y'all later, guys. Peace out, everybody. And this time, yes, for real, I am done.